USA! Welcome to Flag Steward's Be a Stud Citizen message for Friday, February 19th of 2021. That's right, it's Black History Month. That's February. And we're going to focus this month's 4 Be a Stud Citizen messages, one per week, on a review of a few of the nearly 100 African Americans who've been bestowed with the U.S. military's highest decoration, the Medal of Honor. But before we do that, where's our flag, the U.S. flag at half-staff today? Well, hey, we've got 2 new half-staffs in Minnesota and Vermont. They do this every 19th of each month for, guess what? COVID-19 victims. So every 19th of every month, they have a half-staff in Minnesota and Vermont to honor their COVID-19 victims, those who've passed away. All right, let's be inspired by American heroes. In this case, it's the Medal of Honor recipient, U.S. Army Staff Sergeant Reuben Rivers, for courageously going on the offensive against German forces by providing cover fire for his retreating fellow tankers of the 761st Tank Battalion in Goooood, Germany, from November 16th to 19th in 1944. Staff Sergeant Reuben Rivers was decorated with the Medal of Honor, and the citation reads, "For conspicuous gallantry and intrepidity, at the risk of his life above and beyond the call of duty. Staff Sergeant Rivers distinguished himself by extraordinary heroism in action during 16 to 19 November 1944 while serving with Company A, Alpha, 761st Tank Battalion, on 16 November of 1944, while advancing toward the town of Goooood, France." I said Germany early. All right, it's France. Staff Sergeant Rivers' tank hit a mine at a railroad crossing. Although severely wounded, his leg slashed to the bone, Staff Sergeant Rivers declined an injection of morphine, refused to be evacuated, took command of another tank, and advanced with his company to Goooood the next day. Repeatedly refusing evacuation, Staff Sergeant Rivers continued to direct his tank's fire at enemy positions beyond the town through the morning of 19 November 1944. So yeah, 4 days, basically 4 days of battling, tank battling. And yes, you could call it Goooood, Germany, I guess. It was occupied by the Germans, but it was still really Goooood, France. At dawn on the 19th, at dawn that day, Company A's tanks, that means Company Alpha, Alpha Company's tanks, advanced toward Burgelthof, their next objective. But they were stopped by enemy fire. Captain David J. Williams, the company commander, ordered tanks to withdraw and take cover. Of course, Staff Sergeant Rivers, however, radioed that he'd spotted the German anti-tank positions. "I see him! We'll fight him!" Staff Sergeant Rivers, joined by another Company A tank, opened fire on enemy tanks. Covering Company A's, they withdrew, basically protecting them from these anti-tank positions. While doing so, Staff Sergeant Rivers' tank was hit, killing him and wounding the rest of his crew. Staff Sergeant Rivers' fighting spirit and daring leadership were an inspiration to his unit and exemplify the highest traditions of military service. The citation for the Medal of Honor for Staff Sergeant Reuben Rivers in a major tank battle against the Germans. He heroically fought till the end. And now it's time to recite the Pledge of Allegiance. Students across America at school or at home, inspired by today's Be a Stud Citizen, like the Medal of Honor recipient Staff Sergeant Reuben Rivers, please unite and recite the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. That's it. That's today's Be a Stud Citizen message. And what a stud Staff Sergeant Rivers was. So go out, be a stud citizen like him, keep America beautiful, and remember, in God we trust.